during that screening, it was interesting to hear who was laughing,
Yes.
who wasn't. So you're going to get people, joking, and because it's a festival as well, it's a little bit different. You do get a little bit of people saying out the lines as well. So then
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
quite a kind of a
Audience
normal thing,
participation element.
audience,
Yeah, yeah.
because it's a festival.
Yeah,
But
yeah, of
then you get
course.
other people who just want to sit there and enjoy the movie. But it's a slightly different atmosphere when you're watching these things anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but then I'm the kind of person. Yeah, we've said this before about people shouldn't be talking in cinema. We've discussed this plenty of times. We talk about having electric shocks in chairs in cinemas and stuff
Well,
to
that
stop
was
people
your
talking.
idea. I just
That
want to
was
make
my
that clear
idea.
for the
Yeah.
police. But
So,
having said
but
that,
yeah.
can I just say
Mm,
I do uh I do on the rare I mean I go to the cinema quite a lot. Not as much as I
mm.
used to since we started this channel, but I don't have time to do it. I'm too busy fucking editing. Um when I do go to the cinema, yeah, it's pretty rare, but
Yeah.
occasionally there'll be someone in the screening who will talk or something. And it hasn't happened that
What
much,
about
but it did
laughing
have
out?
but
What about
recently.
laughing out? Because there's something I
Oh
was
no,
going to say,
laughing is
but
fine. Like, come
yeah,
on, it's a comedy. You're supposed to
yeah,
laugh. That's fair enough.
exactly.
What I'm talking about is people talking during the movie.
No, exactly. That's
Yeah,
just
that
we
is
know
out of
that's a
order.
no.
And
But the
and I-
point, yeah,
and
mm,
recently, let me just say,
mm,
recently I went to see a film at the Curzon. I'm gonna name the cinema, not to shame the cinema because it's not their fault, but I went to the Curzon Camden to
mm,
see The Secret Agent, the Brazilian film,
hmm
which is terrific, by the way. Uh, and there were these two women sitting like the other end of the back row from me.
hmm
They would not fucking shut up during the
oh,
movie. And I asked them to be quiet.
mm,
The trouble is that we're both we're all on the back row,
mm,
and I'm the far end of the back row, and they're the other end of the back row, and there's people in between us, so I can't.
yeah,
I want to ask them to be quiet,
mm,
but I don't want to, because I'm one of those people who will, if someone's talking in the cinema, I will ask you to be quiet.
mm.
Sorry,
So you should.
I'm not sorry. I'm not
Mm.
sorry.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm
You shouldn't
glad
have to
I do
apologize
that.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because it's out of order. You go to the cinema, it's like well, it's like you used to. I think you used to say cinema. Going to the cinema is like for you, it's like going to church.
Mm,
You don't
yeah.
if you go to church, you don't talk during the sermon, do you? You
Yeah.
shut up.
hmm
So that's how I see it as well. So I asked them to be quiet a couple of times, and it got to the point where like at the end they were doing it on and off all the way through the movie, and it's quite a long movie. But towards the end, like there came a point where I literally just said quite loudly, you know, can you fucking shut up? And they still, and I was like, and I wanted to apologize to the people, the other patrons. There's quite a few
Mm.
people in there because I don't want to make it like part of me is
Worse.
like,
Yeah.
I want to tell them to shut up, but I
But
also
you
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
annoy all the other
spoil it for
patrons who
everybody
don't want
else.
to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't want to annoy
Mm.
everybody else. So, because maybe they can't hear it as maybe my hearing's better than theirs. I don't want to. Maybe I don't want
hmm
to. The hearing might not be so cute because my hearing's really good.
Well,
What was
the
that?
other thing as well, some people are better at cutting sounds out. I mean, I've got, I've
Yeah,
had,
ignoring it, yeah, zoning it
yeah,
out. Yeah.
I can do that and other people can't, and it really annoys the people who can't. Um,
Mm.
but you're right, with some things that it sticks in your head and you can't let it go. They're just there. You can't ignore them.
And it's like
And it's just
it's
that
the
it becomes
principle of it. Just
more
for
and
Christ's
more of an
sake,
irritant. Yeah.
we've not all paid 15 quid to listen to you having a chat with your mate.
Yeah, exactly.
We've paid 15 quid to come and watch this fucking movie. Now shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What is difficult about that? It's the fucking arrogance of it that pisses me
Mm.
off. Of them. Just oh, rant over. So
That's all right. Look, I
well,
said
yeah,
this
I know
20.
I'm preaching to the choir here
I know you
to
know
a
my
certain extent.
feelings on this, and you know that I've
Well,
come up
I've
with an
can I
idea of electrifying seats to kind of.
can I tell the story about when we
Please
went to
do.
the
Go on then.
yeah, okay. I don't one of the first times I went to the cinema with Alan, whenever it was 25, 27, 28 years ago. I can't remember what the film was, but
Yeah, I was about to
we went
say,
to
what
see a
film
film.
was it? I can't
I
remember.
can't remember, but I think it might have been at the Warner Village in Dagenham. I'm not sure.
Yeah. hmm
But we went to see, or maybe it was the showcase, Newham showcase. There were the cinemas we tended to go to. But anyway, I can't remember what the film was, but we went to see a film together, probably with
mm
your then missus. And
mm
There was these two women. I can't remember what the film was, but there's these two women sitting right behind us.
Hmm.
Would not shut the fuck up during the movie, sitting there nattering to each other. Those were their exact words.
Hmm.
And I was too shy and scared and timid back then. I wouldn't have said anything, but I wouldn't now because I don't give a fuck. But you turned around and asked them to be quiet a couple of times, as I
Several
recall,
times. Several
several times,
times.
several times. Finally, you turned round. You had like a liter of Coke in a plastic cup or whatever it was, a
Hmm.
paper cup. I never forget this, ladies and gentlemen, dear listener. I'll never forget this. I think you took the lid off your thing with a straw
Hmm.
in it. You turned round and poured your drink on their laps,
Hmm.
and I thought he's gone psycho. He's lost it. He's lost his mind. Oh shit! And I remember like shifting in my seat a little bit to get away from you. Because I thought, what the fuck's going on? And the
Yeah.
rest of the movie, this is probably why I can't remember what the movie
Mm.
what was because I couldn't concentrate, and I'm just like. And the women, they probably, I don't know what it was, but I don't know how, I can't remember how they reacted. They
Mm.
probably, well,
They
why
did
don't you
leave.
tell our dear audience why you did that?
Well, they did go,
It's
what
not
the
it's not
fuck?
because
What
you're
the
a
fuck?
psycho.
And I just said, leave, get out. And they did.
Well, but wasn't the idea you told me because I asked you afterwards, didn't I? I
Mm.
think I plucked up the courage because we didn't know each other that well then. This was
No, we
quite
didn't.
early and
Actually,
yeah. And I think I said to you afterwards, why did you pour your drink in those ladies' laps? And you said, I think you said something like, well, because very, very calmly, with the
mm.
calmness of like, Roy Keane dealing with the referee, you said like, well, because if I pour my drink all over their laps, they have to go to the toilet and wash it off, so it gets them
Yes.
out of the room.
Yeah,
And
they
I
had
remember
to
thinking,
leave.
that is ice cold Hannibal Lecter level logic. That is, I like that. That makes sense to me.
Because I wouldn't sit there with wet
With
laps.
wet laps.
Yeah,
No, that's right. That's
with
right.
ice and yeah,
Yeah, yeah, ice is
they
yeah,
would
exactly, yeah.
go and try and sort. They kick up a bit of a stink to it happening, but to
Yeah.
be honest, they were already disturbing everybody anyway.
Exactly. By that point, well, fuck you. I mean,
Mm.
shut up then. Either shut up or get cold Diet
Yeah.
Coke poured in your lap. Other soft
And I
drinks are
think
available.
after that is when I came up with the idea that we should have electrified seats that were like,
If you if you
set to
if your
decibel
voice gets
levels.
over a certain
Yeah.
decibel level,
Then
yeah,
electricity
yeah,
sets off and yeah,
yeah.
you get zapped. So, but technically that's illegal, I think, in this country.
Morally, I don't agree with you, but emotionally, I absolutely do. Shall we move on? Let's get back to
Mm.
Doctor Strange stuff. Because well, actually, this is probably
Well,
another
actually,
thing.
no,
It's
one other thing I want to say about talking, I'll mention it
about the
about
end.
laughing and comedy, because again,
Oh yeah.
when I was at the festival,
Oh,
there
the
were a
slapstick
number of
festival.
people, yeah, there were a number of people that were laughing through the movie, which is fine because again, it's a comedy and you
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
oh,
do
yeah. You
expect
can't, no,
that as well.
There's
But
no. You can't have a go at
yeah,
people for laughing at a comedy. I mean,
no,
that's come
exactly.
on.
But again, what
Even
you were
I think
saying
that's all right.
about the ending and the bombs going
The
off
bombs and
towards
we'll
the
meet
end,
again.
what
Yes.
was quite interesting is that, yeah, at the end, then you got I noticed a distinct difference between certain audience members, again, laughing towards the end,
Some were laughing, some weren't.
some not. But then because it was a festival, it then ended up with a round of applause towards the end anyway, because
Well,
everybody had a
yeah.
mass appreciation for the film,
And
and
they
you're
know
only
that's if
there.
they've seen it before. That
Oh
is
no, no,
literally the end of the
you were
film. That's
only
the ending
there if you
title, and
loved the
that's
movies anyway. So
yeah,
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 so
yeah,
it ended up. But then I'm the kind of person. I know we've talked about talking in movies, which is a complete no-no. But laughing when it's a comedy is a
yeah,
bit different, and
yeah.
this is a bit of my darkest side. But I kind of enjoy laughing in a cinema, particularly at black comedies. So when there's the jokes that other people don't get,
Oh, getting off on
I enjoy
uh,
having a laugh. When it's funny enough for me to just
other people don't
naturally
find this
laugh,
funny, but I
or
do, so I'm
no,
gonna laugh
other
harder.
people don't realize it's funny.
Yeah.
That's what I like a Coen
Or
Brothers.
maybe
Like when you're
or
watching a
maybe just
Coen
don't find
Brothers
it funny
movie, yeah, no, but
because they're not a sick fuck like we are.
no, I'm just saying, take Coen Brothers. Some of their
Okay,
stuff is
yeah.
very funny, very funny. It's
Darkly funny.
dark,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
really funny.
Yeah.
So. something like that, I actually quite enjoy having a bit of a chuckle. When it's a good enough to make you laugh anyway. But I'm not suppressed. Like I shouldn't laugh at that. No, I actually kind
Yeah.
of no, because that is funny. It's
Well,
meant
yeah,
to
but
be funny.
that's the nature of comedy, isn't it? And
Yeah, exactly.
I think actually it's kind of fair enough. I mean, although I mean from the other point of view on that, I mean, because you find Coen Brothers films funny, and so do I,
Mm,
but like not everybody does. Some people are gonna think, "Oh my God, that's
mm.
awful." He just like that guy got
Yeah,
that's
I
awful.
got fed into a wood chipper.
But there's his feet sticking out. What's oh? But
Mm,
I've seen it from the other point of view. I mean, I no,
mm,
I think that's fair enough. But I've seen it from the other point of view. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, maybe, but I remember watching. I went to see a film called The Dead Don't Die, which was
yeah.
directed by Jim Jarmusch. Jim Jarmusch's zombie
Hmm.
movie, which I don't think it's too strong to say that I hated it. I really didn't like it, and I mean,
Hmm.
I've liked other Jim Jarmusch things. I mean, I thought his vampire movie was great for a start. His
Mm,
Only Lovers Left Alive. I thought that was really good. Um, so it's not like I don't like him doing genre movies.
mm.
I just felt that with that particular film, I didn't like it. I felt like he was looking down on what he was doing. I felt like he was,
Okay.
oh, I can do a zombie movie like his Shaun of the Dead and all that rubbish. I can do that.
Mm,
That's easy. I felt like it was one of those kind of things.
right.
I didn't like the attitude of the film.
Okay.
Having said that, Tilda Swinton is great in it because she's great in everything. Anyway, much as I disliked the film, I was
Mm,
sitting watching it in I think, Curzon Soho. There were a couple of people like sitting another part of the cinema, and they were obviously really getting off on it and either genuinely thinking it was really funny, or they were
mm,
just like Jarmusch nerds who were like, oh, oh, that's really clever, oh, that's really funny.
mm,
Now, I don't want to. Maybe they really did think it was funny and they were just posing, but
mm.
because I hated the movie so much, or disliked the movie so much, I
Right.
was kind of sitting there thinking, oh, shut up, you fucking wankers. But that was really unreasonable of me, and I'm not proud of
But
that. And
then,
I think, and it's like it's they found it funny.
mm,
Good for them. Okay, I'm
well,
glad somebody liked it. I hated
this
it
is this
or
the whole
disliked it. I
thing
didn't hate it.
about art and particularly comedy. It's subjective.
Yes, comedy. Well, we talked about this at length before, but yeah.
Exactly.